I'm gonna get through this. 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 La, 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 la. Howdy y'all, welcome to Boho Prep Thrift and Resell. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I am a part-time reseller living in Denver, Colorado, and that means that I go to thrift stores or yard sales or anywhere I can find items for really cheap and resell them online on platforms like eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, and many others. I specialize in plus size, vintage, anything bohemian or preppy as my title of my channel would indicate, and really just about anything. And I sell more than just clothing, but it is my favorite thing to sell. So that is what you'll see most of. I do like to dabble in different things and try out other things as well. For this video, I'm going to be sharing a sales update. We are halfway through the month of May, and I will say it's been slow, but that's because I was out of town for almost the entire time period. That means that my stores and closets on Poshmark, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and the other platforms were on hold. Except for eBay, where I was able to keep it open, but just with a message to buyers that said when I'd be back in town. So things were really, really slow, and I did take a lot of low offers just to keep things moving. You'll see me looking over here. I'm looking at my monitor. I've pulled up Vendu. That is what I use for cross-posting to all the different platforms. It's a great tool. I love it not only for the cross-posting, but for the analytics. And it's my full inventory of everything that I have posted. So for the first 15 days of May, I made only $604 in profit. So I am less than halfway to my goal of $2,200 in profit a month. That's profit. That's after cost of goods, marketplace fees, and any shipping expenses, not including taxes, but everything else. Pretty low. Like I said, my goal is 2,200, so I should be at 1,100. So I'm not even like a quarter of the way there practically. I have sold 46 items, but I've also only listed 27 items. And I have noticed that I sell as much as I list. If I list 100 items, I'll sell 100 items. It's almost even in that regard. And why I haven't listed a lot of items is because I was out of town. Not to go into too much detail, but my family does have some things going on, some health issues in the family, and I am taking care of relatives. So I'm actually going to be moving my business from Denver to Texas in the next week. I'm going to be taking almost all my inventory down to help take care of my mom and be able to keep my business going. That's what's great about reselling is you can do it anywhere. Other than needing to load up a truck and a U-Haul, it's pretty mobile. So that is a good thing about this. What else can I tell you? My average sales price for the month was $27.07, which is a little lower than usual. It's down from last month, about 1%. To give you a comparison though, as to how much I sold and listed in the same time period the month before, I listed 143 items last time compared to the 27, and I sold 82 items compared to the 46. So last month I was on fire when it came to listing, and then this month came. It's okay. It ebbs and flows. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this report, I'm not going to tell you about all 47 items. We'd be here a long time. But I am going to break it into 3 different categories. Top 10 sales. So that's by profit, like how much I brought in, those top 10 items. Same day or one day sales. So anything that sold the same day it was listed or within 1 day of listing it. And then bad buys, because we all have them. And I've only been doing this for about 15 months. And so I am still learning. I am getting better about comping before I purchase, but I still follow my gut a lot of the times, and your gut is not always right, or at least mine's not. Okay, so let's start with the top 10 sales. I am gonna go in order from highest profit to lowest within these 10 items. The first item was a sport coat. Actually, the first 3 items were sport coats. The first one is a Zania cloth, size 41 short, full canvas, gray window pane, 2-button summer sport coat. It was actually not a Zegna designer item, but it was made with Zegna cloth. It was made in China, so I disclosed all that. And it is full canvas, which means it's most likely a custom made suit. So I started this at $150 and it sold in 16 days on eBay for $83.96, which does include the cost of shipping, because on eBay I have to go and purchase the label. I paid $7.61 at a local Goodwill, and my profit was $48.44. The next item was a Savile Row Company London size 46 regular Brit Mod new with tag suit jacket sport coat. I include all the keywords that people might search for: blazer, sport coat, suit jacket. If I can fit all of those, I will, just because some people call everything a suit jacket, even if it's just a sport coat. This one was new with tags. It sold in 98 days on Poshmark. I had listed it for $80. It sold for $57. I paid $8.70 at a local consignment store for this, and so my profit was $36.90. Next item was also a sport coat, Hart Schaffner Mark size 42 long wool plaid gray gold suit jacket blazer sport coat. It took longer to sell at 155 days, but it was also, a more unique colorway, and I thought it was a really beautiful colorway. I listed this initially for $70. There was a small flaw on it, so I listed it a little bit lower. It wasn't really noticeable, but it had like a slight little mark on it, like a lighter stitch. And I included a photo, and I included that in the description. I had listed it for $70. It sold for $56. My cost of goods was $5.44. I most likely got this at a local Goodwill. And after fees, my profit was $36.68. Okay, so the next item, another menswear item. This was a Ted Baker London French cuff button-down dress shirt, size 4, which is a US 40. I'm guessing that menswear is selling because it is graduation, prom, and wedding season coming up, all of these things. This sold on Grailed in 106 days. It sold for the full asking price plus shipping. It sold for $57. My cost of goods was $7.61. I most likely would not pick this up again for that price because it was a slow seller, and dress shirts, men's dress shirts, are just hit or miss for me. And I also just don't enjoy selling them anymore. So after all of the expenses, my profit was $37.48. The next item, different category here now. It is a Build-A-Bear Alpine Boy Rare German Outfit Lederhosen Shirt Hat Oktoberfest. This sold on eBay in 73 days. I had it listed for $65. There were others that were actually listed higher. So the price it sold for was $43.88. My cost of item was 18 cents. I got this at the bins off of a bear. I stripped a bear in order to sell this because it seemed like the outfits sold a little bit better than an outfit on the bear, plus the shipping would be cheaper. And after fees and shipping expenses, my profit was $31.98. Next item is another sport coat. This is also a Hart Schaffner Mark size 46 long gray window pane sport coat suit jacket 2-button. This sold in 1 day on eBay. This was also a really cool one. It was gray with like a lavender and white window pane check on it. It was also a summer sport coat, and I had listed it for $100. I did take an offer for $61.62. Same day offer. Maybe I could have gotten more if I had waited for more, but I like the quick flip, and I was trying to move things during this time period. My cost of goods was $8.69 at a local Goodwill, and after fees, my profit was $28.91. The next item is something I actually got for free from a friend who had a garage sale last summer, and she just gave me everything that didn't sell. I ended up selling this locally on Facebook Marketplace because it was a set of 18 coffee mugs and plates, or saucers and coffee mugs. And I didn't want to deal with shipping all of that heavy breakable stuff. So I listed it on Facebook Marketplace only. It took 198 days to sell, and I sold it for $25 cash from a guy who just came and picked it up at my door. So there were no fees, no cost of goods to me. So my profit was $25. Thank you, Lori, if you ever watch this. Okay, this next item, you might wonder why I picked it up because it looks like roadkill. It was a skunk puppet. It is a 1981 vintage Mary Johnson hand puppet skunk, 11 inches, pretend make-believe plush toy. Puppets sell. Even this one that looks like roadkill. It really did. This sold in 12 days on eBay. I had listed it for $25. It sold for $25.12. That includes the cost of shipping. My cost of goods was 54 cents. I think I got this at a local thrift store that was having like a warehouse sale, and all the stuffed animals were about 50 cents. So after all the fees and cost of goods, my profit was $15.45. Next item was the Lane Bryant size 1416W faux suede drape front tan boho blazer cardigan jacket. This took 121 days to sell. It sold on Poshmark. I had originally listed it for $30. I took an offer for $25. My cost of goods was $5.17. And after all fees, my profit was $14.83. And then the last item for my top 10 sales was a vintage 1999 Eden corduroy bear 19-inch sitting green overalls plush stuffed animal. This sold in 45 days on Facebook Marketplace, and I had listed it for $25. It sold for $25.75, which includes the cost of shipping, and my cost of goods was $4.34. I think I got this at a local thrift store called Arc, and the profit was $14.24. So for comparison, just to understand like how low my sales were this first half of the month, my average profit was $28.99. My average profit on my top 10 items last month for the whole month was $43. So you can see that I'm just not making as much on these items either because I am taking these low offers. Okay, next category is same day / one day sales. So anything that sold within the same day that I listed it or the next day. We already mentioned the Hartshafter Marks sport coat, that gray one. The next item that sold same day was a Hard Rock Cafe Denver size 3XT graphic t-shirt, 3XL lightweight gray burnout. You notice I included the XXXL, also the 3XL, just in case people were searching for it either way. This sold on eBay through the global shipping program to someone in Germany. I'm curious as to why they want the Hard Rock Cafe Denver shirt, but good for them. So it sold, I listed it for $18 with the shipping cost to Kentucky for the global shipping program. It sold for $21.50 and my cost of goods was $2.17. So my profit was $12.22. So this buyer paid a total of $46.41 for this t-shirt because they also had to pay for customs or whatever it is to get it from Kentucky to Germany. The next same day sale was a Vuori size large polo charcoal gray super soft shirt pullover short sleeve. I know this to be a good brand. I had never sold it before. I listed it for $25. It sold for $20.75 on eBay. And my cost of goods was $4.56. So my profit was $9.38. I took a low offer to get things moving. In fact, I would say that these next 4 sales, I also took low offers to get things moving. They came in the same day, and so I just wanted to flip some things. Next item was a Tiger Woods collection size 2XL dry fit Nike polo golf shirt, pink pullover 2XL. This sold for $22.68. I had originally listed it for $25. It sold on eBay. My cost of goods was $5.43 and my profit was $7.74. Next item is a Zara size medium playsuit romper chartreuse bright yellow cutout tie front. This was something I got from a reseller box that I bought from some friends, and it was new with tags. I had listed this for $25 and I'm always running a sale on eBay in my store. So it sold for $23.58. My average cost of goods for that reseller box after shipping was $7.42. And so my profit was $6.51. Probably could have made it more. I probably could have listed it for more. I have terrible luck with Zara, like just terrible luck. Things sit for me for some reason. So I listed it low to get it moving. The next item was a Catherine Way size small dress, sleeveless nylon spandex stretch golf dress. I listed this for $25. I took an offer and with shipping it sold for $19.83. My cost of goods was $6.09 and my profit was $6.12. I could have gotten more if this didn't have a flaw, but I listed it really low. There was just a little loose stitching on the hem, and so I disclosed that, listed it low, took the first offer, got it out of there. Otherwise, that is a pretty good brand to buy for golf dresses. And then the last item that sold in same day or one day, actually sold in one day on Poshmark. It was this Disney Winnie the Pooh Tigger size small overall dress, Jerry Lee embroidered. So cute. So very cute. I had listed it for $40. I took an offer for $36. My cost of goods was, I have $8, which means I probably didn't know the exact cost of goods on this and was estimating. And my profit was $19.08. I loved that dress. So cute and sold in one day. All of these things that sold in one day were sitting in my death pile for a long time. Go figure. Okay, the womp womp category of bad buys. So these were bad buys for different reasons. Either I have no business selling this type of thing, or it sat in my store forever, or I didn't make any money on it, or whatever. The first item was this Colorful Prose multicolored ink set, 12 sealed bottles, calligraphy, writing, new in box. I lost $11.93 on this because I had to refund the buyer for the entire amount, including shipping, because it arrived broken. And I have no business selling breakable little bottles of ink. I wrapped it all up in this bubble wrap and it was in the box, and I thought I packaged it great, but what I didn't take into consideration was that each little individual bottle should have also been protected. And they sent me a picture of the broken ink. They were afraid to even open it further, and I just refunded them everything. The next bad buy is this Rae Dunn size large bridesmaid pink cloud tee with hair scrunchie wedding bridal. And this is a fail because I tried retail arbitrage. This was something on the yellow tag clearance sale at TJ Maxx last year. I have another one of these in a size medium, plus 2 bride shirts in different sizes as well. I don't know why I thought these would be a great pickup. My cost of goods for this item was $6.53. It took 279 days to sell on eBay, and my list price was $24.96. It ended up selling for a low offer of $13.99. That includes the cost of shipping. And so my profit on this, 38 cents. Next item is a plus size shirt, an Ultra Flirt sleeveless button-up Southwest ICAT print, size 1X semi-sheer top. It took 250 days to sell, sold on Poshmark. I had listed it for $15. It sold for $7. My cost of goods was $1.50, and which means this is probably something I got at the bins. My profit was $2.55. I just shouldn't have picked it up. It's a cheap brand. It was a cheaply made shirt. So I listed it really low, and it's one of those, just because it's cheap doesn't, cheap at the bins cost of goods wise, doesn't mean you need to pick it up. Next item was something that I got from a Joe Mar reseller box. I had bought a plus size box, and this was just an odd shirt. It didn't seem very well made, and it was just a little odd. It was an impulsive size 1X floral embroidered puff sleeve evening dressy blouse top. It took 151 days to sell on eBay. I had listed it for $15. It sold for $15.75, which includes the cost of shipping. My cost of goods for that reseller box was, it averaged out to $5.03 an item. And I think I'm done with Joe Mar boxes. I bought 4 of them and none of them have been all that great. It was fun to buy and see what I would get, but I have more fun just going to the thrift store. And then the last bad buy, again, that I'll admit to, is this vintage 80s size extra small Ali Miles Petites fashionista clothes shopping maxi skirt. This took 229 days to sell on eBay. This just shows that not all vintage is good to pick up. My cost of goods was $3.81 and it just took a really long time to sell, and my profit was only $6.69. Okay, so that summarizes my first half of May. I will do another What Sold with these same 3 categories at the end of the month to let you know how I did overall, and let me know if there's any other categories you'd like me to cover. You guys want to meet Reacher? There he is. Here's my baby. He's mama's boy. He's always beside me. Hey, you want a treat? Oh, yummy, yummy, crunchy. I got another dog down here. You just can't see her because she's short. We'll give her one too. And here's Sophie. Okay, y'all, have a great day. Bye.